In his essay Hypermarket and Hypercommodity, Baudrillard explores how modern consumer spaces like hypermarkets are no longer just places for buying things but have become simulations of society itself. These massive shopping centers are carefully designed to control how people move, choose, and behave, just like commuters who are absorbed and ejected by their workplaces. This is not just about shopping, it is a whole system that shapes how people relate to the world. The hypermarket becomes a stage where individuals are no longer just consumers choosing products. Instead, the products and displays question and guide the consumers, making them participate in a programmed experience. He argues that objects in these spaces are no longer regular commodities or even symbols we can interpret. Instead, they are tests that evaluate the consumer. Each product sends a message and consumers respond without realizing they are part of a structured process. This makes the experience similar to modern media, where messages are not about communication or information, but about testing and conforming our behavior. Everything becomes part of a circular feedback loop, where choices seem free but are actually carefully managed and predicted. The hypermarket is a smooth, seamless environment with no depth or distance. Everything is visible and displayed on the surface, and there is no space for personal interpretation or escape. Employees are constantly adjusting displays to maintain the illusion of order and fullness. Consumers move through these spaces as part of a larger system without resistance. This direct interaction between people and products makes it hard to tell who is really in control. Are people choosing, or are they being chosen? Even control and surveillance are part of the simulation. Cameras and warning signs are placed not so much to prevent theft but to give the feeling of control. The whole environment, including relaxing advertisements and friendly slogans, hides the system's true function. He compares it to a mirror without reflection, where people see themselves as part of the mass in the process of endless consumption. There is no outside to this system. It closes in on itself and becomes a self-contained world. Baudrillard compares the hypermarket to cultural spaces like museums. Just like culture becomes hyperculture, products become hypercommodities, no longer tied to actual use to need but to constant circulation and display. This shows how consumer society turns people into part of the system, erasing individuality and replacing social life with programmed behavior. Hypermarkets are no longer about buying things, they are about managing people, just like factories or cities used to do. In this way, hypermarkets represent a new form of social organization, one where simulation replaces real life and people are absorbed into a never-ending loop of activity, choice,